And everyone, so good to have you all here with me this morning. So good to know that I have wealth builders, kingdom wealth builders here, people that are excited about growing, excited about, building their wealth, excited about living a legacy of wealth for the next generation. Thank you, PT. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. All right, today I was turned in between two. I wanted to take you guys through the personality test this morning, but I changed my mind. The money personality test, basically understanding, it helps you to understand your relationship with money. But I decided to leave that till possibly next week or something. All right, but I'm just going to finish up because I'm just going to talk about financial planning today. And may I remind you all that the Mastering Money book is ready, and I'm super excited. It's a 12 chapter book that includes your money, that includes the money test, the money personality test, includes your money DNA test, right? Your money DNA test to know your money DNA. That is the programming you receive from your parents. That changed my life. The moment I sat down to think about my parents' mindset concerning money and how their mindset affected me and as was still affecting me as an adult, right? That changed my life. That totally changed my life. So, understanding your money DNA. Unfortunately, most people don't even understand their money DNA. But in mastering your book, you get to know your money DNA, right? You get to understand the battles that are raging against your mind as regards wealth or money, right? Without going through life wondering if some village people are after you or something. Secondly, there's also a test for money, for knowing your money mindset, and that is so powerful, right? And I'm going to take you through that next week. Knowing your money mindset, that will change your mind, your personality, how you relate with money, your relationship with money. And of course, there's another assessment or questionnaire that speaks to couples. You're married or you're planning to get married, and it's very important. I don't think we talk about money enough when it comes to marital counseling, and that's so important. Money is one of the major reasons that marriages don't work. Money is one of the reasons, one of the three top reasons that marriages don't work, right? And that's so important. So there you get to take the test with your spouse, so that, or spouse to be, so better spouse to be. But even if you're married, if you're both willing to go through the money, the couples money mindset or personality, so that it helps you to understand how to create harmony in your marriage as regards money, financial harmony. So all of these things you will find in my new book that is available, that is almost available. We finished it, but it's almost available. But you can pre-book now. Buy the truth and sell it now. Get it and change your financial mindset and your financial future. But today I want to talk about financial planning, which is a major part of the book as well. But I'm talking about financial planning today. In essence, I'm saying buy the book, right? Buy the book. And even if you don't want to read it, buy the book to say thank you. All right? So let's look at financial planning. And this is so powerful, how you need to become intentional with your finances. You need to become intentional with your finances. And this is why financial planning is very important. Most people do not plan, do not have a plan. I'm telling you, most people do not have a plan. And you see, that plan will keep sliding. And you have to keep on, bringing it back and bringing it back and bringing it back. Okay, but let's go. Now, listen, many people assume that wealth happens by chance. It's a factor of luck, it's a factor of fate or whatever, right? but we think money belongs to a family name and certain families, but certain families, especially if your family lineage did not start being rich, then there's no hope. And you think certain families are rich, right? And they are supposed to be rich. But that's not true. Wealth creation is a function of the mind, and you have control over your mind. You have control. It's your decision what to do with your mind. You can start your wealth journey today. You can start your wealth journey in this season. Anybody. In fact, it is recorded that in America, that most first-time millionaires are, most millionaires were first-time millionaires. That means they didn't receive a family, they had no family leverage, they didn't receive no family help or no help from anybody, right? Very important. So money or wealth is a function of the mind. And that's why I'm taking my time to do all this money personality test, money DNA, couples. It's very important how you think on the inside. And unfortunately, you can't just decide not to think that way. It's going to take a process of reprogramming, a process of relearning, a process of retraining. One principle that I hold on to: never assume you know until you've been trained. Training is always better than just assumption. Assuming, okay, I understand it. Okay, now I get it, right? Training requires an engagement with your mind that will reset and rewire the way your mind is, that will reprogram your mind. And when we say home training, we're saying you've gone through certain, programming and programming over time that has made you in a particular way. When it comes to finances as well, listen, there are certain programmings that your mind has been through that has trained your mind unconsciously to think about money in a particular way that determines your relationship with money. That same way, if you're going to change that, it's not just going to be a decision. It's not just going to be one class. It's not just going to be one training. You're going to have to focus your mind on building. It's like reconstructing your mind. I love that. Reconstructing your mind for wealth. I love that. That sounds like a good topic, doesn't it? Reconstructing your mind for wealth. So, what I'm doing at KBS every Wednesday morning, 6 a.m., early in the morning, like this, is to rewire your mind. I'm trying to reprogram your mind. I'm trying to take away the wrong programmings, delete many wrong programmings, and reestablish new programmings. Are you with me? So, um, money, wealth is not by chance. Yeah, brain surgery. Thank you. Reconstructing our minds for wealth, right? So, wealth creation is a function of the mind. Before you seek for gold, when I understood this, it changed my life. When I sat down to look at my financial DNA, I realized my financial DNA was wrong and it wouldn't take me far based on my goals and based on my goals and based on what I wanted to do. Are you with me? That's right. I'm a brain doctor, 360 degrees brain doctor, spirit, soul, body, everything together, finances, everything together, right? So before you seek for gold, seek for growth. There are two G's, but you determine, am I going for the shorter G, right? The GOLD, or am I going for the longer G, GROWTH? Usually, most people go for the shortcut. They go for the gold. Why? Because the gold meets an immediate need right now. But it doesn't help you long term. When you grow, gold will find you and will never stop finding you. You've got to put a premium on your growth. When I started my journey, when I began to look at my financial DNA and my financial personality, right? When I began to reconstruct my brain, I looked at my parents' mindset concerning earning, concerning saving, investing, budgeting, and I realized that, their mindsets would not take me far. So I decided to reconstruct my mind. I've decided to put a lot of premium on gold, and I started my journey asking myself very clear questions. How do I earn ₦1 million a month? How do I earn ₦1 million a month? Right? And I began to think that way. I began to practice. I began to read. I began to go for trainings. I began to surround my mind, bombard my mind with a lot of growth. That now my mind by itself generates ideas that bring income. My mind generates ideas by itself to generate income. There was a time I couldn't think of how to earn a dime. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this privately. Privately, because you're in this class. Do you understand? There was a time, I couldn't think of how to earn. There was a time I was so stuck. I couldn't think of any ideas. But right now, I found my wealthy place. And I'm on that journey of wealth creation. But I found my wealthy place. And now I'm moving. All right. I'm moving steadily, but I'm moving. Right? Not fast enough, but I'm moving. I'm getting better and better and better because I began to change. I began to seek for growth. I began to seek for growth. When you seek for growth, gold will start looking for you. Gold will find you, right? Growth or gold will find you. It's a process, but you've got to believe in your process. You've got to believe in that process and start moving, you know, anyhow, but just keep moving along that process. But you got to believe that growth will change your life. That positioning yourself for wealth is a repositioning of the mind, is a resetting of the brain, and not necessarily what I do, what I do, what I do. I hope somebody caught that. I hope somebody caught that. If you make up your mind right now, I want to crack this, I want to master this money. I want to master this money, and whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to start. And that's why I created, what do you call it now? I created the financial boot camp for men because I'm passionate about men being empowered economically. Because when men have money, when good men, money in the hands of a good man, listen to me, will change generations. Trust me, will change generations. Money in the hands of a righteous man, money in the hands of a man, male man, I'm telling you, will empower and change generations to come. Whether you like it or not, we live in a world where, yes, there's not too much pressure on women having money, which is also a bad thing because it has made women take a back seat on the journey of life, waiting for a man, to come and take them and take care of them and buy them off their parents' hands and all of that. But it doesn't change the fact that a man that does not have money, yeah, there's more trouble for a man that doesn't have money. Do you understand? In the society, in the family. Why? Because God did it that way. That men provide. That men provide. So it's my passion not to say that women do not do what they need to do. So I'm very against women just taking the back seat. I believe that there's enough grace for both male and female, right, to get things done. Besides, if it's a function of the mind, I believe that a woman has the same brain as a man. So don't sit down there saying, you're a useless man. Look at what your mates are doing. Excuse me, ma'am. What about you? What are your mates doing? What your mates are becoming multi-billionaires and millionaires. What are you doing? So don't sit down there. And that's right. No kept baby girl allowed here. No kept babe here. No baby girl moves around here. Get your hands dirty. Change your mind. God gave male and female brain. It's the same brain. The man's brain is not superior to the woman's brain. Do you understand? The superiority comes from what you do with it, how you grow it, how you develop your mind, how you develop your brain. That is what makes the difference. A woman that invests in a financial education and develops herself will earn more than the man that does not. Do you understand? Have you seen a poor man before? Have you seen a wealthy man before? Have you seen a poor woman before? Have you seen a wealthy woman before? Listen to me. Get your acts right. Get your stuff up and start running. If you're a man, please join the boot camp, the financial boot camp. It's at the highest premium ever. Highest premium ever. I decided to create one for women as well. So if women are also interested in that, that is, it's just a short 4 weeks course. 4 weeks. 4 weeks boot camp. 4 weeks training, 4 weeks boot camp that will rewire your mind. I'm telling you, that will help you know how to get started. That will help you, that will give you that will teach you the foundations of wealth creation. That will help you know the habits that you need to cultivate, that you can continue to ride on, right? That you can continue to go on. Now, listen, if you are interested in that, let me see how many women are interested in the financial boot camp. It's just 4 weeks, 4 weeks of brain resetting, 4 weeks of amazing, impactful, process that will change your mind, right? That will change your mind forever. Let me see how many people are interested in that, and then we will put something together and take you through. Of course, it's not going to be for free, but it's going to be at a high premium. Very, very, very crazy premium. Right? All right. I will get the link and get it out before we are done today. So put a lot of premium. If you understand this, it will change your life. Great. I can see many people are interested. I see many people are interested. I see many people are interested. If you will set your mind, if you will position yourself, I'm telling you, you can change your life. It's just a matter of time. Put a lot of premium on your growth. Everyone has things passed down to them by their parents, tangible or intangible. Whatever we are going through financially right now, listen, is as a result of battles that were not being won, right? As a result of battles that were not being won. Please, just a second. Just a second, please. Oh, glory to God. Just a second. Okay, so I'm just going to post a link here. I'm just going to post a link here. You can join it and then we'll let you have the details. Okay, you already put a registration, right? Okay, you already put a registration. That's fine. So I guess we don't need the link then. Okay, that's fine. All right. Okay, so you can jump in there. Please help me put for the men. Help me put the men's registration as well. Right? And let's go. Let's go. It is very important. It is very important. If you've not been trained, trust me, you are depending on your programming. And I pray that your programming is great, right? I pray that your programming is great because that's all you have to take you through. As I began to write my book, Mastering Money, I began to see that a lot of people will never change their status. A lot of people will never be wealthy. A lot of people will never leave where they are, right? A lot of people will never leave where they are. because there are battles that have been passed on that were never won either by us or by our parents. And this is not a blame game. You have an opportunity to change history. You have an opportunity to do better and give your children batons and a legacy of wealth. Batons and a legacy of wealth. If that is your desire, you've got to be strict on yourself. You've got to be intentional. You've got to be focused. And you've got to be willing to pay whatever price you need to pay to get out of where you are. Get out of the financial hole. Let's quickly move on because of time. Let's quickly move on because of time. Now let's talk about rules of money management. We're talking about financial planning, but you have to understand the rules of money management. These are the three rules of money management. Like I said, it's time for believers have had a title called the church rat. And there's a saying that says, as poor as a church rat. Meaning a lot of believers don't use their brain, don't invest in their learning. You know, at the business school, there was a lady, when we asked, do you read books? How many books have you read? She said, I read plenty of books. I read a lot of books. How many books? What books? She said, spiritual books. And we asked, have you read a business book? Have you read a finance book before? She said, no, no, only spiritual books, and she prays. So she goes to our shop and she reads us. And, you know, spiritual books are beautiful because, you know, we are spirits, we are Christians, right? But if you need skills, if you're in business, you need to learn about business. When it comes to finances, you need to learn about money. You need to learn about money. If not, you'll be doing Christian brother, Christian sister, but your heart is filled with the love of money. I realize that love of money is poor people that don't have it, that love it the most. It's people that don't have it that think about the people that do bad things to get money. They were once poor. But because they didn't have it, the love of money took the better part of them and they became crooked. And they were willing to kill, they were willing to do all kinds of things. You see? So, but people that have money, people that grew up in wealthy homes, don't attach emotions to money. It's poor people that put a lot of emotion to money. Why? Because growing up, all the fights that happened between their parents was money. All the painful experiences they had, not being able to dress well, not being able to have money to eat, not being able to have money to do this and have money to do that, those things, you know, come with an emotion that translates into the love of money. So now you're out of school. You want to make it by force. You don't care about God. You don't care about church. You don't care about nobody. You just want to make it. Or you don't have all of that. You are ready to cheat somebody else out of their money. Do you understand? You know, all kinds of things is because of love of money. Love of money is synonymous with poverty. It's not synonymous with wealth. Wealthy people do not love money, except it was a love of money that got them there. Are you with me? And that's why you need to educate yourself, right? So 3 rules of money management. There are 3 money problems that are common at all income levels. It doesn't matter if your income is little. When it comes to mastering wealth, please, or mastering money, understand it's not really about how much you earn as much as it is about managing what you have. Managing what you have. If you have a little and it's under control, it's not planned, there's no budget, there's nothing, listen to me, you will end up in penury, right? So it's not really about how much you have as much as it is about how you manage what you have. So there are 3 money problems that are common at all income levels: a little, medium, or much. Most people, number 1, spend more than they earn. So whether you're broke, people spend more than they earn, so they have to borrow. Whether you're rich, even the rich spend more than they want, more than can spend more than they earn, right? Because now they have to measure up, or they need to move to a better environment, buy better cars, toys, travel, do all of those things, right? So number 1, they spend more than they earn. Number 2, Most people save too little as a percentage of their income. Please take note of these things. Three money problems. We're talking about rules on money management. And it's three money problems. If you can crack these three money problems, I'm telling you, you are on your way to wealth creation. They spend more than they earn. Number two, they save too little as a percentage of their income. Number three, they save money but don't know how to invest. Is that right? Those are the three plagues that plague people financially. They save money, but they don't know how to invest the money they save, right? And it's not enough. We know wealthy people get wealthy because they invest their money. So if you don't know how to do those three things, meaning number one, spend less than you earn. It's a law. It's a commandment. It's commandment of money. That's another good title, right? The 10 commandments of money. I will write it. Please help me take note, admin. Commandments of money. So maybe it's 10 or 12 or whatever, or three, I'll come up with it. That's the beauty of being able to write and being able to think, being a thought person, a thought merchant, right? And you can only be a thought merchant when you can think, when you invest in your mind. Our brains are not for decoration. Our brains are to be harnessed, discovered, developed, and deployed. A lot of people, not here, but most people that are broke, they haven't this, or most believers haven't or some, let me say some, or let me say a few believers have not discovered that their brains are not for decoration. So a lot of people suspend their brains. Oh, we pray, we pray, we pray. We confess the word and all of that. And though those things are fine. And those things are very important. They're the foundation. But I realize a lot of believers don't invest in their minds. Your mind, remember we said man is a spirit, he has a soul, and all of that. So your soul is different from your spirit in that sense, right? So you pray, you develop, and all of that, a part of your mind. But if you're going to grow in finances or grow in skills, life skills, right? Life skills and all of that, you need to invest in training your mind to think. You need to invest in training your mind to think. So spend less than you earn, save, increase the percentage of your income that you save. If you save 1%, it's going to take you like forever. So I said at least start from 10%. But don't stop there. Take it to about 20%, right? Because the more you can save and invest, the more your money has time to work for you, right? So has time and capacity to work for you. Please I can't answer this question right now. Please get into the boot camp, please. Get into the boot camp because there are many ways. I'm telling you, there are many ways you can invest more money. Even my daughter started investing. She says she earns 4 naira or something, or 5 naira every day, and she's so excited. She earns 5 naira every day on her investment. Or so, meaning the more she puts in it, the more she earns. It's really, thank you, pumping. It's really about start from where you are. And then as you grow in knowledge, you're going to be more intentional about your investment, and you're going to be able to, increase and start earning like wealthy people earn. Do you understand? So that's it. So the result of lack of saving, not knowing what to do with your savings, spending more than you earn, the result is these people live from hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck, all of their lives, paycheck to paycheck, right? They have limited financial resources. In the event of emergencies, they lose out on their years, of savings. Why? Because they don't have a plan, right? So they miss out on wealth building opportunities. They don't, because they just don't have money. They never have enough. And of course, you see, if these three plagues or these three problems are your problems, I'm telling you, everybody, you'll find yourself within these three things. So you see why you cannot be wealthy until you break out of that mold. You see why? It's either you spend more than you earn, you save too little, or you don't know how to invest. And if you cannot crack these three rules of money management, you cannot be wealthy. Simple. If you can't crack it, you can't be wealthy. Very simple. You see why many people are stuck and will continue to be stuck until you break the mold in your mind. Until you break the mold. Until you break out through what? Intentional training. You've got to be determined to walk out of the prison of financial prison. You've got to be willing to do whatever you need to do to walk out of that prison. And that's why I decided to create that boot camp. Create that boot camp, 4 to 5 weeks of intense, you know, mind renewing. Mind renewing. Are you with me? So let's move on. Let's move on. So the result is they are limited, right? They can't fulfill their potential. Do you see how money and potential go hand in hand? Because at the root of unfulfilled potential, most times is money. Lack of it. How many will agree that of at the root of unfulfilled potential is lack of money? Is lack of money. You can't train, for instance, because of money. I'm saying, I can't go for the boot camp. I can't buy the book. That's why the rich keep getting richer, because they have the right mentality concerning the things that will help them. And they also have created the means of ensuring they can seize opportunities. There's a story I read or something about a dentist in America. This dentist would spend a lot of money every year to travel around the world where they're having conferences, dental conferences, to go and listen. He was a good dental surgeon, but he would go and keep improving himself. So he heard about this new technology or whatever that was somewhere in Asia. It was a lot of money. He took the money. He went there for a week. He learned sophisticated technology when it comes to dental care. And then he learned it, interacted with people. He spent a lot of money. In fact, he borrowed the money to go for the conference. By the time he came back, he started to implement the things he had learned. He already had a leverage. He was already above others. I thought, it's too expensive. We can't attend. We can't go. What happened? By the time he came back, he was able to set up that new technology that put him way ahead of others. In a short time, he had become a national figure. People were flying from all over the United States to his dental practice. Why? Because he had enough sense to understand what I know has brought me to where I am, but cannot take me to where I want to be. Are you with me? And that's why I also pay for trainings to keep upgrading. I'm always reading, thinking, creating, learning. I told my staff, I said, there's this skill I want to learn next, because I believe that's the next. So I said, help me go. I told them, I said, look for a training for me that I can pay for. Look for a training that I can pay for. Do you understand? So that I can learn that skill. Because I know that I said that skill is a game changer. I feel like this is the next level and it's going to be a game changer. So I said, go find me a very good course on this thing so that I can quickly pay for it and do it. I have another financial course that I paid for that is starting in November that I'm going to attend. I'm also a student. Do you understand? I'm also a student because I'm determined to crack this wealth code, because the kingdom needs my money. I've decided I'm going to crack this thing because my vision is too big to be limited, to allow anything to hinder my potential or limit me in any way. Yeah, I love that. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. That's right. Try ignorance. Ignorance. Right? Yes, the boot camp is not physical, it's online. The boot camp is online. Right? So that's it. So, at the root of unfulfilled potential is money. Not enough money. Not enough money. Money limits potential, or lack of money limits potential. You have dreams, you have ideas, but there's no money. There's no money to improve yourself. You've got to be determined, right? So overcoming these problems is not impossible. It requires a change in financial management practices, right? And you will find these practices in my book. Thank you, admin. You'll find these practices in my new book, Mastering Money. It will change your life. You know, you need to, people spend money, but the question is, where do you spend your money? Do you spend your money on liabilities? Do you spend your money on food? Do you spend your money on things that cannot, bring something back? Or can you reorganize your spending to things that will invest in your growth? Right? So you'll find these practices. Don't assume you know until you've been trained. Part of your training are the books of people that are teaching you the many things that I can't say in 1 hour, but those things you can sit down and read one chapter for 10 hours, for 10 days, soaking it in, absorbing it, and practicing it at your own speed. That's the power of written books, of resources, audio, print, video, whatever, because you can slow it down, you can do whatever you need to do with it until you get it. Yeah, never assume you know until you've been trained, right? So you'll find these practices and many more in my new book. So I'm going to show you some ways quickly to overcome these problems, right? Just a few things you can start to do today to overcome these problems, right? And this is it. This is it. I love that. That was me yesterday, but today I'm investing. I'm investing in my assets, and my first asset is myself and I. Correct. Correct. You are your greatest investment. You are your greatest asset. Your mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. It's not real estate, but your mind. You can build real estate, and then it disappears tomorrow, whatever. But you see, what you invest in your mind will make sure opportunities keep on gravitating towards you. You're so right, sister. So, number one, shift your mindset about money. That's the first thing. We're talking about mastering money here. Shift your mind. Remove that fear, that guilt. Remove every negative emotion you have as regards money. Shift your mindset about money. Your journey toward mastering money starts with your mindset. Money is a tool, not a measure of your worth. Money is only a tool, it's not a measure of your worth. A lot of people have made money their identity. A lot of people have made money the measure of their worth. Oh, I don't have money, so I have low self-esteem. I don't have money, so I can't show up. Do you understand? Remember that nasty song? If you don't have money, hide your face. Do you understand? A lot of songs nowadays all about money and money and money and money. Money has become the master of people. Why? Because people worship money. But you see, as kingdom builders, as kingdom men and women, we don't see money that way. We see money as a tool, and you don't put emotion into money. You see money as a tool, not a measure of your worth. A lot of people have low self-esteem because they don't have a fine car, or they don't live in a nice environment, or they don't. And so they forfeit the opportunity for growth. Instead, they are dealing with all kinds of negative emotions rather than positivity that leads to growth. So developing a positive relationship with money allows you to make better financial choices without fear or guilt, right? Adopting an abundance mindset where you focus on opportunities instead of limitations is crucial for making lasting progress. You see, what's going on around the world today is a potential bomb blast. And what do I mean by that? There's a lot of negativity about money, a lot of anger, a lot of emotion, a lot of pain. When it comes to money, things are expensive, and all of those things. Keep your mind, protect your mind. I know it's so difficult. I know we all want to feel so angry at the government and all of that, but rechannel your emotion towards constructive things. Put your anger into growing and tell yourself, I will never be limited to a government. My destiny is not going to be in the hands of a man. It's never going to be in the hands of any government or any group of people or a man, no matter who that person is. I will create my own economy, and and that is it. Do you understand? No matter what's going on around the world, listen, the lion cannot eat grass. I know somebody will come up with a wisecrack and say, well, the lion can starve to death. Right? Can starve to death. But you understand but this lion ain't starving. This lion is going to make it, it's going to thrive. And I hope that's your decision. Number 2, set clear financial goals. Set clear financial goals. Mastering money means having clear goals for where you want to be financially. These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Smart, 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 right? It means you need wealthy people set financial goals. Without goals, you keep going round and round in circles, never making progress, never moving forward. You've got to set goals that are smart. Do you want to be debt free? Do you want to buy a home? Do you want to invest for the future? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to send your kids to good schools or give your children opportunities for growth because you have money to train them? Some people cannot train their children and to have basic skills. Right? To have basics, you have no money, no money, no money. All the money we have is into just managing ourselves. Get rid of that mentality. And that's why the first thing is shift your mindset about money. The second is set your goals. Clearly defining your financial goals gives you something concrete to work towards every single day. It provides motivation when challenges arise. Why? I have a goal. I started out writing my financial goals, and it changed my life. And that's one of the things that I give the people in the boot camp. The project is, how can you start earning ₦1,000,000, or if it's dollars, maybe like $2,500 a month. That's something to think about. And that's their project. And it was amazing the kind of ideas that my guys were bringing up. It was amazing. It was amazing. All right. So, number 3, create and stick to a budget. Budgeting is not for poor people. Wealthy people budget. That's why they are rich. And that's why they continue to be rich. Budgeting is a powerful tool for taking control of your money. Budgeting is a powerful tool for taking control of your money. By creating a budget, you give every dollar, every naira a purpose. And like money on a mission. My money on a mission. I'm a mission-minded man, and my money is on a mission. All right? My money is on a mission. Budgeting helps to send your money on errands so that your money is not just chilling and just wasting away or just going in its own. Your money has its own mind. I want to eat burger. I want to eat chocolate. I want to buy this. I love this new phone. I want to buy this. Your money has a mind of its own. Your money is controlling you, telling you what to do, right? But budget puts a wedge on your spending and helps you to allocate resources in specific, important, purposeful ways, right? And ensures that your spending aligns with your goals. You check out your bank statement. Check out where your money is going. A lot of people don't even know where their money is going. A lot of people don't know. And then for those that know, check it. Where is it going? Is any amount entering your own personal investment? Or is it into paying bills and just chilling and lounging and eating? Man was not made for food. Food was made for man. There are people's budgets that by the time you go through your budget, all your money was invested in eating junk food, going out, entertainment, eating. Check your bank statement. What percentage, how much of your money was invested in yourself? Because when we talk about investment of money for the future, the first investment is you, your mind. How much money, the same way we invest and we say the money compound interest. Your brain can produce compound interest. Do you know your brain can produce compound interest? But if you don't invest in your brain, It can't produce compound interest. You can't live off the dividends of your brain. The same way the rich live off the dividends of their finances, of their financial investment, right? So, stick to a budget, create a budget, stick to a budget, right? These are very powerful. You will thank me in future. And don't worry, you can send in your check in future. Say, RD, thank you for changing my life, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago. Thank you for changing my life 10 years ago. I want to invest in your vision. I want to invest, I want to partner with you powerfully. Why am I? Because I need you to partner with me. That's why I'm teaching you all these things now for the future. Because the projects are huge. I need you to get it right so you can partner well. We're talking about platinum partners. My goal was to raise 500 platinum partners. I'm so far from it this year. The things that need to be done because people are broke. People don't have. People are broke. Thank you, Massetti. Oh, people are broke. People are broke. One of the keys to curbing the paycheck to paycheck mentality, the Mama Lemon mentality, is to give. Is to give. Is to give. Are you with me? So number 3, create and stick with a budget, right? Start by tracking your income and expenses and identify areas where you can cut back or reallocate funds. Your budget, of course, should be flexible, but also strict enough to help you stay on track with your priorities. So your budget works with your goals and your vision and your core values. So if I check out your statement, if I don't see how you've paid for a book or paid for a course or paid for something to invest in yourself, man, girl, you're broke. Right? Number 4, spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. We've talked about that. The foundational principle of mastering money is spending less than you earn. If you can just abide by that. Someone say, but it's impossible. What if even the little you have, you don't have it? What if? Would you die? So it's lack of discipline. And that's what the best way to do that is what? Pay yourself first. Your investment first before your bill. Your investment first. Accountability. Your investment first. When you get money, put your percentage of investment aside first before you start dealing with bills. What you have, if your money is so little, what you have will not pay all the bills anyway. So what do you need to do? So why not invest it first? So remove money for your future. Someone says, I paid for the book, investing in myself. That's it, girl. That's it. Don't tell me I'm growing, I'm investing. You're not reading, you're not doing courses. Evolve Academy is there. A 1-year amazing, life-changing, total life-changing course that will set you up for greatness. You are not there now. Boot camp, you are not there. Life navigate, life strategy, you are not there. So where are you? So where are you? So where are you? Right? So this sounds simple, but it requires a lot of discipline. Living within your means enables you to save for the future, invest, and avoid debt. Money lending organizations, companies have exploded, especially in Nigeria. Why? Because people are too broke. Because people are too broke. That's the problem. People are too broke, and because people are really broke, they have to always borrow. Get out in the name of Jesus. Get out of this debt syndrome. Get out of borrowing in the name of Jesus. You were born for more. You're a king in the jungle. You're a king on this earth. Get out of borrowing mentality. Change your mind. Change your mind. Have abundance mindset. Learn the skills of money and get out of the rot. Get out of financial prisons. Get out of there. The borrower is subject to the lender. Get out of there in the name of of Jesus. Delete all those apps now, now, now. Nobody has died because they didn't have money. But living off borrowed money is worse than not having money at all. Do you understand? Delete those apps right now. Right now. Delete those apps. And promise yourself, get accountable. Find somebody, get accountable and say, I'm deleting these apps. I'm never going there again. Discipline your mind. And part of discipline is reading, courses, training, knowledge. Knowledge is gold. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is everything when it comes to finances. Oh, we don't have time. We're still on number 4. We're going to number 12. Wow. Eliminate debt and avoid borrowing. Stop borrowing. Yeah, stop borrowing. Debt is a significant obstacle to financial freedom. First of all, it messes up your mind because it makes you an underdog. It makes you a servant. People, masters of money don't borrow. And if they have to borrow, they borrow strategically. They borrow, for investment to do business, but not borrow money to eat. You are not a master if you are begging to eat, because borrowing to spend on your on your lifestyle is actually begging. It's even better you beg than to borrow. Trust me. Neither is good. They're both evil. Stop begging. Stop begging. If you're used to depending on other people, stop begging. Invest in your mind. Invest in your mind. Invest in your mind. Don't beg again and don't borrow. Invest in, don't give up. People that borrow, people that beg have given up on themselves. They've given up on themselves. Get the book. Sit down. Burn the midnight candle. Tell yourself all these principles. I'm going to sit down and start practicing it from where I am. Earning. I'm going to learn how to earn. I'm going to learn how to earn. You see, in this community, I've got you covered. I promise you. I've got you covered. I'm going to crack this and I'm going to teach you how to earn, how to start earning from where you are, and how to make money. And how to invest. I'll be back. Please, admin, someone's asking questions. Evolve link, Evolve Academy link, the bootcamp links, and for male and female, and the book, please. Right? So to master your money, you need to take control of your debt. If you already owe, that's pre. Please post the book. That is pre-order. That is pre-order. And even all the resources and trainings I'm giving to you is highly discounted, I tell you. Highly discounted. Right? So to master your money, you need to take control of your debt by creating a plan to pay it off systematically. Right? You got to have a plan to pay it off systematically. But the first thing is stop borrowing. Right? Stop borrowing. Stop buying things with on credit. Women love this. Credit. Stop buying things on credit. Stop buying things on credit. Save up for what you want. Save up for what you want. Save up for what you want. Stop buying on credit. Yeah, credit card people. It's good to use your credit card because it increases your credit rating and it gives you a lot of privileges. But it takes a lot of discipline. Don't spend what you don't have. Then it becomes borrowing. But if you use your credit card within your money level, then you're only using the system. In fact, it even helps you to even save and invest. Do you understand? So number 6, and we need to stop now. Wow. Number 6, I'll stop at number 6. So we'll just take the remaining 6 next week. Be here on time next week, right? And invite everyone in your world. So save and build an emergency fund. These are very, very, very simple. Save and build an emergency fund. one of the most important components of financial security is an emergency fund, because life is unpredictable, right? So having a safety net can keep you from going into debt when unexpected expenses arise. People borrow because, one thing I can't get over, oh, I need to stop, my goodness, is a woman is pregnant, and then you go to the hospital after 9 months. You see, babies don't just jump in and say, I'm coming today. Babies give you 9 months to prepare. And yet you don't have money to bail yourself out of the hospital. You don't have money to, at least, to bail yourself out of the hospital. Now, you had 9 months. And I think it's lack of financial planning. Listen, it's not about I don't have, I'm not earning, I don't have. It's lack of planning what you have. So you had 9 months to have done something, 9 months to have, gathered your money, 9 months to have prepared, and even before pregnancy just doesn't jump on people. We actually prepare to be pregnant. Is that not true? Especially if you're married. We prepare to be pregnant. So you got pregnant, no preparation. You're so broke just because you're married, wedding night, you get pregnant. No plans. We just bring kids into a lot of hassles. And I'm telling you this because nobody told me this. Oh, wow. Pivi, did you turn over? Can you hear me? All right. So sorry about that. Do you understand? So, sorry, it was network issue. You're muted, ma'am. Oh, network issue. So sorry about that. So do you understand? People don't plan. That's the problem. People don't plan. So keep aside a certain amount, at least 3 months of your living expenses. Have it in an emergency fund, in a high earning savings account that you can easily have access to. Did you get me? Did you get me? Keep your keep try to save 3 to 6 months, and you can even take it to 1 year. And that's why some people can go on holiday for a whole month or 2 months or travel the world, because they have saved up enough for so save up between 3 to 6 months of your expenses, your living expenses, in an emergency fund, in a high yielding savings account that you can have access to it just in case things happen. You have parents, your parents will die, especially if they are over 70. Start planning, start saving. Don't wait until it happens. And I really need to stop here. Have you been blessed today? Have you learned something today? Have you learned something today? I pray that the eyes of our understanding will pop open, and we'll be able to see and understand, and we'll be empowered to take charge of our financial lives, empowered to activate our minds to produce wealth in the name of Jesus. And I hope you get this right. It's time for more. If you start learning, get the book, master it. Find your gold. Find your gold is a blockbuster. Find your gold and start learning. Please help me post find your gold. Start learning. Get these books. I can tell you because I wrote them. Get these books and start. Get into the boot camp. Get into navigate. Navigate life strategy. Get into the men boot camp, the women boot camp, Evolve Academy, right? This is, I'm telling you, we are going to move to new heights and new levels. And together we're going to change the world. And our potentials will never be limited. We're not going to be broke. We're going to be wealthy. We're going to be missional. We're going to be generous towards God's kingdom. We're going to be generous towards our family. We're going to leave a legacy for our unborn children and grandchildren. And we're going to change the world. We're going to be generous to people around us. Thank you all so much for showing up today. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love you, love you, love you. And it's time to move to the next level for prayer school. God bless you. Love you. And thank you to everyone on the baby empowerment hub. Love you. Thank you. I hope you were blessed. Please post things you learned today. Post things you learned today, and I will get right back to you. And don't forget, get the book. You know,